A lot of people are freaking out mentally, and they hear what's happening out there media wise, and they really gravitate to the negative, right? And so what you have to offer is coming into this part of you, discovering you, and going in deeper so that you realize, hey, you know what, it's okay, it's different. That's why I loved talking to you, by the way, the first time. And I want you to explain to the audience where you came up with the idea of Own It. And then I want to talk a little bit about the growth here on the entrepreneur side.
Absolutely. So I want to touch on something you said that's really unique. And the first thing that you said was that we tend to lean towards the negative. And that's not on anybody other than human nature. If I was to ask you, if I was to say, Tristan, what do you want? And you'd be like, well, Justin, what do you mean? What do I want? I was like, what does your ideal home look like? You'd be like, well, I don't want to be in the suburbs. I don't want to have a one-story home. And you list everything that you don't want. And the unique part about this is that our minds cannot comprehend the negative. I'll say that again. Our minds cannot comprehend the negative. And so if you're like, I don't want to live in the suburbs and I don't want to have a one-story home, guess what's going to happen? In 3 years, you're going to find yourself living in the suburbs in a one-story home because your mind subconsciously goes, suburbs, one-story home, that's what I'm looking for. So all of a sudden when somebody goes, oh, I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to be caught up in this pandemic. I don't want to be caught up in this recession. I don't want to, your mind goes, oh, they want to lose their job. They aren't happy. They want to get caught up in the pandemic. They want to get caught up in the recession. And so that's what your mind seeks. And so by switching it and coming back to this version of like, what do you want? I want a 4-story home in the heart of downtown Miami with a pool in the backyard, living next to 2 amazing neighbors. Amazing. That's what I'm going to start looking for. And that's in the positive. We do that in our relationship all the time. My wife asked me, what do you want from me? Well, I don't want you to yell at me anymore. Well, it doesn't work. Like it doesn't operate that way. What do you want from me? Honey, I would love it is if you gave me a hug first thing in the morning. And when I did something that wasn't like, that you didn't like, that you stopped me right in the moment and told me about it. Amazing. You told me what you wanted, and that's clear and concise, and our mind can comprehend that, and that's what it's going to do. So I know it's a tangent, it's off on it, but it was something that you said right at the beginning that I was like, I want people to latch onto that because it's something that is so profound, and we often don't think about it in that context.